Okay, so I totally didn't forget to film an intro for this video, and I'm not filming this while editing my video, but I just wanted to pop on here and say hi, hello, and welcome, or welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Veronica and I run a small crochet plushie business called Looping Teddies. In this week's video, we will be completing my first ever custom orders and then also getting back into market prep for my biggest craft fair yet that is coming up on April 5th and 6th. So I hope you enjoyed this video and you stay for a while, and let's go. Hey friends, it's Monday, March 18th, and it's the day after my first market. And as I mentioned, I'm not sure if I mentioned that before in my market video, but I didn't have my business cards yet for my market because they got sent out late. So I just got them in today, which is kind of unlucky because it's right after the market and a lot of people asked for my business card, but I did have a QR code on my table and a lot of people actually scanned it, and I had to explain a lot of times to especially like older women how QR codes work. I believe like at least 10 people scanned my QR code and said they were gonna order something from me because I do have a form for custom orders. It's only open in Germany. So out of the people that scanned the QR code, 2 have already ordered through the form. So I have currently 2 custom orders that came directly from my market, and then I also have another custom order that has actually 2 items in it, and it's for a friend of my mom's because my mom helped me set up my market, and she kind of like texted her friends and sent them some pictures of my market booth. So one of the friends got my big teddy bear that I had at my market, and so that sold already, and then another one of her friends ordered a turtle that I already have because it didn't get sold at the market, so I have the turtle already. She also ordered a white cat, so we texted this morning and she said she wanted the cats with like the white belly that I had at my market, but just have a white belly and then like a cream body because she wants to gift it to one of her friends for her birthday, and she has a white cat, so I need to make a white cat. So this week I have signed up for some more markets, but I haven't gotten any response from them yet because I only signed up today. So until I know when my next market is gonna be, I'm just gonna work on custom orders and then also on stocking up everything that I sold out of at my last market. So especially like the little squish birds by Haru Crochets, penguins, the chicks and the mallards. So I sold out of all of those, so I'm gonna make some this week, and then obviously some cats because those went so quickly, and then also some of the little chicks with hats, the really tiny ones, even though I'm not sure if that was a seasonal bestseller because it's right before Easter and everybody wanted to get Easter gifts, or if they are just too cute to pass up so people will buy them all year. So I'm definitely gonna work on those this week, and then also on my custom orders. And on the topic of custom orders, so I have 4 things that I need to set aside or make for my custom orders. So I have the turtle that I already have made. I will show it to you in just a second. I have the white cat. I have one guy ordered a penguin in blue, so dark blue on the top and medium lighter blue as the body, and then he wants the penguin to hold a small knife. So like he showed me a picture, I'll put it up here, kind of what he imagined it would look like. So I need to make that, and I will make the knife out of like cotton yarn, burst braid cotton yarn, so it's thinner and more detailed. So I need to make that this week and then send it out to him. He gave me his contact. Then I also have another custom order, and that one is kind of like stressing me out because I had this big dino on my table. I'll put a picture here. And a girl ordered through my form a dino in the same style but smaller. She wants it to be light pink and have turquoise feet, like minty turquoise feet and spikes, but I don't have a pattern for that right now. So if you know a pattern that is kind of like a smaller laying dragon, I would be very grateful if you left it for me in the comments because I don't know where to get that and I'm really bad at freehanding stuff. So I need to work something out for that because she kind of needs it like this week or next week because she wants to gift it for her mom's birthday. So I'm not sure what I'm gonna do about that. That's kind of stressing me out, and that's making me think about not closing my custom orders, but like making it so you can only order stuff that I have already made, because I don't know, I'm bad at freehanding stuff, and if there's not a pattern for the thing that the customer orders, I have a problem. So I don't know what to do about that. But right now I have a little bit of free time this afternoon, and I will be working on the penguin with the knife first, and I'll check back in with you later. Hey friends, it's the evening now, and I have been working on my first ever custom orders the past few hours, and I finished some of them. I haven't started on the big dragon yet, but the rest of them is finished. So I have this turtle. I took it to my market, so that's why it has a tag still that I need to like take off, but that's my turtle that the first customer ordered. And then she also wants a white cat, or like a cream cat, so I made that for her. So these two are going to their new forever home soon, and as it's a friend of my mom's, I don't need to send them out. I will just bring them to her next time I see her, and she will give it over to my customer, so I don't need to send them out. Pretty easy, pretty simple. 2 custom orders done. And then the other thing I have finished is this penguin with a knife in its hand. So this was one of the customers I met at my market. That's why it has a tag, and he has already paid for the penguin, but he wanted a little knife with like worsted weight yarn. It still has a little fuzzy on. I need to lint roll it, but that's what he envisioned, and that's the picture he showed me. So that's what I finished today, and I will try and print out a label, and then I will be sending out my first ever package tomorrow. I am super excited. So that is my first ever custom order of a person I don't know in my personal life. So that's kind of crazy that I have an actual customer who ordered something from me. So that is bad. And I'm still not very sure what I should do about my dragon. So I texted, well, we are DMing over Instagram, the other girl that wants the dragon, and I sent her some yarn colors that I have available, because she wants it like pink and minty, and I sent her the colors, asked her if it's alright, if the colors are alright, and she hasn't responded yet, but I'm really hoping she likes the colors, and I still need to look for a pattern to use for the dragon. Hello friends, happy Tuesday. I am currently trying to figure out how to make my custom order that I got for the dragon. I will show you the big dragon right now that she wants it based off of. So this is the big dragon. I made this using a free pattern by Stringy Ding Ding on their website, and currently this one is about 50 centimeters long from snout to tail, and she wants it about 30 centimeters long, so a little more than half. I couldn't find a pattern that is exactly like that, so I will try and like freestyle it off of the big pattern. So just take out some of the rows up front, some of the rows of the body, don't make the body as big, make the head a little like leave out one of the increase rows or something like that, and then also like on the tail make it just a bit shorter. I did freestyle the legs when I made it for the first time anyways, because I couldn't figure out how the legs were working on the actual pattern, so I'll just do that again. So that is my plan for that. I've never done anything like that, so freestyling a pattern isn't my strong suit, but we will see. And oh, I wanted to show you the colors that my customer picked out because they're so pretty. She wants the dragon to have a light pink, pastel-y pink body, and then the minty legs and spikes. So these are the 2 colors, and they are just so amazing looking. I kind of want to make one for myself in these colors, so I will try and freestyle that and maybe write it down. If it works well, I might make another one, because my big dragon, he got a lot of attention. Like a lot of people grabbed him and touched him, and like one little boy had a meltdown because he wanted to get it. But I have this one at a price point of 55 euros, which I believe is a fair price for the amount of work in this big plushie. it was just a little bit too much for a lot of people. So I believe if I do a smaller one, if the interest stays the same, then a lot of these will get sold because they aren't quite as expensive, but the attention was on this one a lot. So yeah, those are my plans for today. I also got another custom order, so I'm kind of flooded right now. I'm super excited. So as I showed you yesterday, I made the cat and I had the turtle already made that one of the people ordered. I finished my penguin with the little knife and I will be sending that out today, so that will be interesting because I've never done anything like that. So that will be this afternoon. I will try and send it out. Then I also got another custom order. Luckily I have a lot of the stuff already made, so the person ordered quite a lot. So they ordered 2 poppable mushrooms. I had both of them still left from my market, so one with like a red cap and then one with a turquoise cap. So I have these 2 already made. I just need to take off the market tags. And then she ordered 2 turtles. So I already had one of them made because she saw it on my market setup and said she wanted this, and it was still left over from the market. So this turtle in a gray body and a blue shell, and then she wants another one with a beige body, so like a tan body and a mint. So I will use this a lot today, a mint shell. So I need to finish that one and then this order will be finished. It's quite a big order. I've never had anybody order more than like 3 products at once, so I'm super excited about that. Those are my plans for today: finishing up this smaller order, sending out the first ever order, and also working on the dragon plushie. And then I also need to edit my market video that you guys will have already seen, the video right before this one. I need to edit it, set it up, so it will be released on Friday. I will check back in with you later on once I have something to show. Hey friends, so it is now Tuesday afternoon and I started working on my custom order for the dragon I was talking about, and I ended up kind of like freehanding it, looking at the big dragon I had already made and kind of like basing it off of it, and I actually finished it. So here is the final product. The customer requested minty feet and spikes and a minty tail spike and the body to be in light pink. So that's what I did, and that's what it ended up looking like. I'm pretty happy with it. It looks a lot like the big dragon. Like, I'm gonna try and put them up here. The big dragon is a lot longer, but the shape is kind of like the same. I just sent her some pictures of the finished product so she can say if it's all right. And I'm kind of like struggling because she asked me before I made it how much it was gonna cost, and as I've never done that pattern before and there wasn't a pattern, so I wrote that pattern for myself. As there wasn't a pattern I could like base off of, like if I'm doing something I've brought to a market before or I've made before, I kind of know how long it takes me and I kind of know what to charge for it. But as I'd never done that before, I was kind of struggling, so I'm only charging 30 euros for this whole plush, and it took me way too long for that. So I'm a little sad about it that I didn't like say at least 35 to 40 euros because that's what it should be worth. But what is done is done. So I don't know, if you are a crochet business owner and if you do custom orders, not only of stuff that you've already done before but like stuff you've never made before, how do you go about pricing? Like, do you only price once you've finished the item, or do you just kind of like guess, or how do you do it? Leave me a comment because I'm really struggling with this and I don't really know how to go about this. Yeah, I finished my custom order. I now have to get some packaging because I don't have any, and then I need to figure out how to print labels, and then I need to send out my first 2 custom orders. So the penguin with the knife and this dragon. These will be sent out, and the rest of them I can deliver in person because I know the people that ordered. So I believe I will talk to you tomorrow. Good morning friends, it is Thursday morning. That's why I'm looking a little rough. Still, it's pretty early, but I really want to get my 2 packages that I need to send out today. I really want to get them going, and I'm a little nervous because I still need to print the labels, and I've never done anything like that. I do have little label stickies, but I don't know how to like put that into my printer so it will come out in the right format. We will figure that out. And so today will be my two custom orders that I need to send out will be going out. So yesterday I delivered my other custom order for a friend of my mom's, and now I need to do the thing that I have been avoiding for the past 2 days, which is printing the labels and actually going to the post office and dropping my 2 packages off. Also, one thing before I pack it up, somebody on Instagram messaged me and asked me if I was gonna do a tester call for my baby dragon pattern, because I did write this because I couldn't find a pattern that was close to this. So just leave me a comment if you are interested, if you are a crocheter, if you would be interested to test this pattern, and I will write it up and put it out as a tester call. And I'm thinking I might do this as a YouTube tutorial, like we will crochet along and make one of these. So if you are interested in that, definitely leave me a comment down below. Well, now I need to turn on my printer and actually get printing the labels, and I will check back in with you once the labels are coming out correctly, which definitely won't be on first try, as I know myself. So this was exciting because it took me way longer than I thought, and in the end I couldn't print it on the label. I had to print it on normal just paper. And now I am headed to the post office because it's opening in a bit, and I will just drop them off because I already paid online. And yeah, that's that. I put into both of the packages, I put 2 business cards each because I finally got them. They arrived on Monday, right after my market. I was super happy about that. So I put 2 business cards into each of the package. And then I have some like old stickers back from when I was bullet journaling a couple years back. I bought a bunch of stickers, so I still have a lot of them laying around. So I put 2 different stickers into each of the packages just as a little goodie, because I really like that when small businesses do that. So I did that as well, and I still have them lying around from a couple years ago, and I won't be using them for anything else anytime soon. So that's that. So now heading to the post office. Good morning, my fresh and fruity friends. It is Friday, the most exciting day of the week, personally, in my opinion. I wanted to check in with you because I didn't talk to you yesterday at all. And I wanted to be going over everything I made yesterday and kind of my plans for market prepping, because I am getting back into market prepping after taking a couple of days off after my first market. I signed up for 3 more craft fairs, the first one being on April 5th and 6th, so another 2-day craft fair, and this will be a night market. I haven't heard back yet from the organizer, but I'm just pretending that I have gotten into already. So we really need to prep because that's not a long time to go. That's like 2 weeks or something, and that market will be huge. So it's like it's a big street food festival type of deal in the city, like in a big city close to me. That will be a lot bigger than my first market, so I need to prep a lot more stuff, and I'm also like out of a lot of things that I brought to my first market. My plans for market prepping this time will be to make at least 5 items every single day, so I will have at least kind of enough items. It's 2 weeks away from today, so like that's 14 times 5. That would be like 70 items that I can make in that time span, and I believe 5 items a day would be sustainable, because if I don't have a lot of time, I can just make 5 small items. If I have a lot of time, I can make some bigger items. That's kind of my plans for market prepping this time. And then also exciting, I already heard back from one of the events that I applied to. So my next event that is secured and booked is on May 5th. So that's a month after the other event, or also like 6 weeks from now. So anyway, even if I don't get into the other markets, I need to prep. So 5 items a day it is. Let's get back into market prepping. So showing you what I made yesterday on my first day of getting back into market prepping. So yesterday on my first day of market prepping, I made 2 of my best sellers. Again, from last time, I made 2 little penguins, and then I also made 2 chicks, 2 big stress ball chicks, and then I made a 3rd chick, but it's wearing a hat, so this one. And now I'm all out of my 10mm eyes, and I ordered 2 packs of them yesterday because they seem to be my most used eyes, so I got 2 packs of them this time. Yesterday evening I also started on a little cat again. So I will be finishing that today. I also, one other big plan is I started this chicken a long time ago. It kind of looks good on camera, but I used a way too big hook. Like, it's a 10mm hook and it has really bad holes, and you can put your whole finger through the holes. So I will try and frog that chicken, because I only brought 2 white chickens to my last market and they both sold, and I don't have another white in this kind of like yarn type. So this is like a bigger yarn than the other yarns I use. And I will try and frog that chicken and make another one with the right hook size. So let's see how that goes. If that yarn frogs well, I'm not too sure about that. But we will finish a cat, we will frog a chicken and try to make a new one. And then I will try and make a new pattern that I just bought yesterday. So I will... Okay, so that kind of worked. I have a huge amount of yarn over here, but some parts wouldn't like cut. So I have a huge pile of fluff over here as well. Also, this is very chaotic. I'm very sorry for that. But now I'm gonna wind the yarn that I could save. So hey friends, so quick update. It is currently Friday afternoon and I have a bit of free time this afternoon. So I thought I would do a little challenge and try to make as many mini chicks with hats as I could this afternoon. So I will make the hats first and then finish as many of them as I can do, because those, you're not on my tripod, that's why you're kind of moving around a bit, because those were my best sellers at my last market. I sold 12 of those, so I'm definitely trying to bring at least like 20 or even 30, 40, something like that to my next market. So I'm trying to prep a lot of those, so getting 20 in for now would be amazing. Also, it's really nice weather out, so I might crochet for a bit on my balcony and just start on making the hats for the chicks, because I don't need a pattern and I don't need a lot of stuff for that. I don't need any eyes or stuffing or anything, so I will take my yarn outside and crochet out there for a bit and take you along with me for that. And then I might check in later and tell you. Sunday around noon, and I wanted to check in because this is the final day of this week's market prep / week of crochet vlog. So I wanted to check in and show you everything I have made since I last talked to you, I believe on Friday. I know I said I was gonna make a lot of chicks with hats, and I partially completed that. You saw me crocheting outside for a bit, I believe, if I put that clip in. I managed to finish quite a lot of the hats for the chicks, but I haven't finished a single one of the chicks. So I will show you the hats, all the hats I've made during my crocheting outside. So I managed to finish 20 hats for my chicks. So I made 2 of each color, so there's 10 different colors in there. I made some in black and some like green, blues, purples and pinks, and then some like burgundy hats. So I have a lot of hats now, but I haven't made a single chick. Like I haven't finished a single one. So I really need to get going with that. I'm not sure if that's my priority today. I used to be so organized. I used to be like this person who was like, I only have a whip at a time, and once I finish my project, I will only then start another one. So I used to be so good about only working on one project at a time, and now I have like 20 hats. So that's 20 whips in one basket. So that's kind of crazy how we ended up here. But I also have a couple more whips, so that is a problem, and I need to finish a lot of these because I can't take my whips to a market, but I can take finished projects to a market. So I really need to get going with that. I will show you the next whips, and you tell me in the comments down below what you think that is gonna be once it's finished, because right now it's at a stage where it's looking like crazy. Okay, so I have this. What do you think this is gonna be once it's done? I also have a couple more of them, like these funny little worms. I have a couple more of these, and leave me a comment right now down below what you believe this is gonna be once it's finished. I caved. I bought the snail council pattern because it was on sale, 50% off, so it cost me like €6.50, and I thought that was a great deal for like 7 different patterns. So I made the first one. It's Apple, I believe she calls it. So I'm really in love with this. Like this is not a typical toy. That's like something that would speak to people, like especially like girls my age. Like I want this on my desk for myself. So I will make at least one of each of the types of snails that are in this pattern. And I started with this one, and I now, as you saw, I have 4 of the snail bodies finished, and I need to make 2 more so I can make one of each type of snail. That's the other whips that I have, and I'm really like the chicks with hats. I will probably push to next week and do them all in one sitting and like try and time myself how long 20 chicks with hats are gonna take me. But the snails I really want to finish today, so I will try and make all 7 different snails today, and I will check back in with you then. Also, once I check back in with you this afternoon, I will like show you all the stuff I made on Friday and yesterday. I don't think I kept up with the plan of making 5 items a day, but I kinda did. I'm not really sure how much I have. Also, next week I will have to print out my inventory tracker that I designed myself, and I will have to go through all my inventory that I still have left from my market, just to kind of like get an idea of where I am at right now, because I don't really have an overview of what is left from my market. So we will really need to do that next week. I will work on the snail council now, and I will check in with you and show you all the stuff I've made from Friday to now. Finally, I have all the bodies for the snails finished. So now on to the shells. Hey friends, it is quite a while later, and I am done with crocheting for today because I have to leave in just a minute. I thought I would show you everything I made today, and then also what I did yesterday and on Friday, so we can kind of check and see how much inventory I got done in the past few days. So as I showed you before, I had already made Apple, the apple snake, as the first snake of the snake council. Then I made Bluebird, the blueberry snake. Then I made, oh, I don't know what that one's called. I believe like Clement Timothy or something like that. I made him, like the orange snail. Then I made Egbert, the eggplant snail. And then the final snail I made is Lemon tea, something like that. The lemon snail. So I'm missing the pear snail and then the strawberry snail, and I will finish them next week and show them to you in next week's video. But I'm pretty happy with all the 5 fruit snails I have made so far. I made the apple snake yesterday, and the other 4 I made today. So I'm 1 item short for today, but that's alright since I do have the snail bodies finished, the other 2. So that's alright with me for today, because I don't have a lot of time left today. So I will now show you what I got finished yesterday and on Friday. So on Friday, as I showed you before, I made the 20 hats for the chicks with hats, just like these tiny little hats, and I will have to do the chicks for that go with them in next week's video. But then also on Friday, when I was crocheting outside, I made 3 little poppable mushrooms. 3 little poppable mushrooms, so like just with the popping cap, and I made 3 of them in the classic red and white colors. So that was what I did on Friday. And then yesterday I got busy with one of my best sellers from last market. So I made these cats, these chunky little cats. I made a beige cat, then a light gray cat, and then I made actually 2 in this color. I made 2 fox colored cats. So I made 3 items on Friday, and then I made 4 items yesterday, and then I made the cats yesterday, the 4 cats, and then I made the apple snail yesterday as well. So I made 5 items yesterday, and then I made 4 items today. So we're kind of like behind on market prepping right now, but that's all right. Next week I will still have quite a lot of time, because I don't start my new job till 2nd of April. So I will have another week of full-time crocheting before I actually have to get back to work and won't have as much time. That's the end of this week's market prepping. In the next video, I will be going through my inventory that is left from my last market. I will track it and write down how much I have and what I want to achieve until next market, which is on April 5th and 6th. We will go and have another fun week of market prepping in next week's video, and I'm so happy you watched all the way through. Thank you so much. Please like the video if you did, and please subscribe to my channel, because a lot of you that are watching aren't subscribed yet, so please do so if you haven't and if you are enjoying my content. And then we will see each other again either next week or in one of my other videos that are already up on this channel. Until then, bye!